check out how much fun this is. So the way it works is it kind of feeds the photo through a few different times, and each time it adds a different color onto it until you have a photo, like an actual, like this. The quality of these photos is just so impressive and so nice. The really cool thing about this though is it's just super simple to set up. You just download the app onto your phone, you connect to the Wi-Fi network that this spits out, you select an image on your phone, press print, that's it. That is all there is to it. You can actually print connected directly to your computer. You will have to download drivers to do that though. You can also connect your computer to the Wi-Fi of this device. I think the simplest way though is to just download the app and connect to your phone. So that is what I will show you. Before I show you the setup process and the final results, let me just mention this was sent to me so I could try it out and make this video. So with the set, this is everything you get. You do get a box that has 80 extra printouts and some ink as well. You have some sheets of paper so you can get going right away. You've got your ink cartridge here. Your power supply is 24 volts, 1.6 amps. And then here's the printer itself. It has magnets to keep the paper tray on top, but you can see it's all really quite compact. So let's go ahead, plug in the power and try this out. Plug in the power on the back. If you want to plug this into your computer, you can use a USB cable, plug it into your computer. That's one way you can print. Another way you can print is via Wi-Fi, but what I'm going to show you is probably what most people will do. So I'm going to add a printer in the app. So we select the printer type. So it says first step we need to do is make sure the power is on. So I'm going to press and hold the power button. So we've got a power light that is on. We need to wait until the Wi-Fi light is orange. All right, we've got the blinking, so we should be able to connect now. So on our phone, we are going to connect to this Wi-Fi. All right, so we're connected to the app. Let's go ahead and add some paper and the ink. So on the side here is where you add the ink. You just put it in like this. There's really only one way you can add it. It will snap into place, close the door. Then for the paper, we want to lift this up, open up the paper. We'll slide that into place, close this, and then what you want to do is you slide this end out, slide it underneath. Right here we open this up and we just kind of put the paper in like this. And that is it. Pretty straightforward and simple. Let's do classic photo print. So it takes me directly to my images. Some of these are just images I've taken from the camera. Some are some images I downloaded. So let's get a picture of me, my wife, and my son. And that's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and print this out. It does take a while to initialize the printer, so just wait for a bit before it will print. And now it's going to go through and do your probably blue or red. And here we've got the red on, so we've got our yellows and red now. It will do one more pass. And now it's going to go through, add our final blue color. Oh, and look at that. That looks legit. One more. I'm not sure what this is doing. The grays, the blacks. There we go. So we've got this printed out, and you can see the photo printer does have these edges. You can just fold those over, fold it over again. It just pops off. Or if you want, you could leave them on. That way you can kind of handle it without touching it and getting fingerprints on it like that. Let me zoom in. This is really, really impressive photo quality. I am a fan. The other option are you can do ID photo. This is great if you want to do a passport or something like that. So let's go to US Visa. We got my son here, and we can just kind of move that in like that. Then we go next. Then we can decide how many copies we want. I don't actually want to print it like that, but that's how you would do the ID. Let's go ahead and discard that. And another option is photo collage. So let's say I want to do 3 of my boys. We could select that, select that, select that. Then we go start, and then we could select one of the templates. Let's see, we could move it like that. And you can just kind of drag things across however you want using the template. Or if you want to make things a little more fun, you can go to posters. This looks pretty cool. So we've got something like this. We got a Father's Day present I could give to myself, the meaning of travel. Go on a journey, happy every day. pretty basic stuff. I actually really like this one. So let's drag this over here, drag the heads in, and that looks pretty nice. So we'll go ahead and press the print button and we'll go to print. If I'm being honest, one of the most fun things of this printer is just watching it go back and forth. Kind of just like builds the anticipation for how is the photo gonna look, and it is really nice when you see the end result. And let's do one more classic photo just because, man, this is a lot of fun. So this is a picture of my wife. Let's go ahead and print this out. So the photos that this supports, it seems to be any file type. This was taken from the iPhone, so it's the HEIC file format, so you don't have to worry about if you're taking a picture on Android or iPhone, everything works. It's certainly not the fastest printer in the world, but realistically, if you want actual photos, photo quality images, and you want it in the convenience of your home, this is probably the most fun way to do it. That is just incredible. Check out those colors. It looks so nice. Then when you are done, all you have to do, take this out. Let's flip this around, put the cover on, protect the paper, put it on top, close the lid, turn it off, unplug power, then you are ready to go for next time. This is pretty slick. What's so nice about this is if you want a photo and you need it right away, boom, you've got it. If you are at a trade show or you're at an event or say a wedding reception and you want people to go to a photo booth and just get their photo right away, you can use this. You can see how small it is. This travels really well. All you have to do is plug in power. That's it. So you could have a permanent setup for going to events and just using your phone and printing things out. In fact, you could take a picture with your phone, turn around, print it out right away. This is nice for any sort of event like birthday, wedding reception, different holidays, or this is just really nice at home so that you always have photos whenever you want them.